in the rusty family, two dogs on a mission. Television gold, ain't no intermission. Wild antics, blanks got the crowd all wishing. Laughter's currency, big fame, recognition. Rusty in the corner, plans wild and whack. Tim in the front, comedy never lack. Studio chaos, keep them all on track. Smash hit moments, all stripping from the mat. Tim and Rusty run the show, ain't no stopping. Every episode, side splitting, jaw dropping. Laughs on tap, steady beat, steady knocking. Fame train rolling, never gonna be flopping. Tim spitting jokes like a pro magician's wand. Rusty bringing back up, both tight like a bond. Audience cracking up from dusk until dawn. Comedy duo, yeah, that's the unbreakable bond. Shenanigans break the fourth wall, candid confessions. Each episode a lesson in laughter professions. From pratfalls to epic rants, never second lessons. Tim and Rusty reign supreme, laughter the obsession. In the studio, lights, comedy.
Label Community Center, November 22, 2024. This is Rusty the Ref and the voice of all professional wrestling, Tim Miner.
Look, the GM has already ordered. The matches are set. Once it's drawn, the matches are set. So, but let me ask you a question. Once again, Matt, you're the one and only Matt Starr, right? You're
Everybody's the one and only. This is the one and only Rusty the Ref. This is the one and only Luke. This is the one and only Tim Miner. Everybody's the one and only.
Are you a chicken to face Adam
Yeah,
Harris?
but there's a difference in the one and only Rusty the Ref and the one and only Matt Starr.
Yeah, you're a moron, but
And Matt Starr's not.
yeah, he's not as big a moron
I
as you.
don't really think he's afraid of Adam Maddox. No offense to Adam, he's he's an accomplished wrestler in his own right. But the past 2 weeks in PWA, Matt Starr has attacked Adam Maddox. Knocked him out one night, the first 2 weeks ago. And then last week, he not in his match. He came and Pearl Harbored him from behind. So Adam has got a little, it's a little something vengeance match here. Matt Starr's just another match. It didn't matter if it was him, Adam Maddox, LBK, Toby Farley, Juicy Jimmy. Just bring him on. He don't mind. He'll take his bumps and lumps and give them. And more than not, come out winner. You notice he's a hometown hero. And it's hard. Everywhere he goes, he's a hometown hero. It's hard to get people to boo him. He's showing his rear to people there. There's a wrestling school that comes from a local school here. They're here again tonight. Matt Starr showing them what a professional wrestler is. They're a wrestling team from a local school. Matt's backed him up in the corner, and Jesse James, man, his stripes. I was sort of hoping for an intermission. I need some of those delicious cheese-saturated nachos that the concession stand has. And an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. How good that would be right now. Oh! Once again, these guys used to run the road with each other. Oh, return the favor, slap right to the face. I know, once again, you're an accomplished wrestler. I know you've got belts and matches and wins and everything, and you know Matt Starr inside out, you know not to make him mad. So they both slapped each other in the face. Now he won't shake his hand. Pop Matt Starr. There was a while, I believe, when he was with Burt Prentice Productions, which that was PWA too, I believe. Anyway, Adam Maddox traveled the roads with Matt and Nate Starr, wrestled against him, with them, each one of them tagging with him, a little bit of everything. Got a lot of road miles on both of them. It's a bit time spent. Okay. Tim Miner is taking care of some technical business right now. He'll be back with us in a moment. Went for a collar and elbow and kicked him in the upper back thigh with that savant-like kick from Matt Starr. And then,
I think he knocked his teeth out.
You know,
He don't need to go to the dentist now.
He'll going to have to talk a little louder, please, Tim Miners, so the microphone.
I can hear mine. Oh, I ain't worried about that one.
I'm worried about that one. It's important to me. Anyway, Matt has got the upper hand here.
Knee to the midsection.
Jesse, could you move out of the way, please? There you go. Somebody's going to get hurt tonight.
Oh, could be Matt Starr.
One of my all-time heroes, Desperado, just walked by, and that means he might be doing a run-in here. So Maddox is yelling at us for being too quiet, and he looked right at you, Tim Miner.
That's why. Well, your mic's picking me up because the crowd's quiet.
He looked right at you.
He didn't look at me. He didn't even look this way.
I saw him. Everybody did.
You are such a liar.
My pants are on fire. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! Poor Jesse. He's up there acting like he can count. Now, Jesse James, he's probably refereed Matt Starr's first match in SWA when he was a teenager. And matter of fact, we saw both of these guys' first match in SWA. Different times. There's an age difference here. Matt Starr yelling at everybody to shut up. I don't know what they're saying. I can't hear them say anything. Matt came out with an arm wringer there, putting the elbow to the tricep, ringing an arm again. Once again, don't do what you got to do. Oh, turn it into an arm wringer takedown. Do what you got to do, but don't make Matt Starr mad. Look at that quickness. He grabbed his, hooked the leg and took Adam off his feet and dropped him on his head. Then came with a big kick to the back.
What is Austin Cruz doing out here now? Where did he come from? Oh, has he been?
He walked out with him with Matt.
I did not see him.
He's probably
How
out
did I
here.
not miss that big old boy?
I don't know what you were doing. You were messing with the equipment, I think. Austin Cruz attacking Adam. And Jesse James, being the perfect referee, saw nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, I just answered my own question. And that's why Austin Cruz is out here.
Because somebody's going to get hurt. It runs in the blood.
Cheating runs in the blood.
The human wrecking ball. Stretching the rules, I prefer, Tim Miner. Stretching the rules. Oh, caught him midair into a sleeper. We're going to give that a 10. Low key, but I like that.
He's a man.
Matt is the man, and he's gone crazy.
What is a man? He knows what a man is.
You made the mistake. You made him mad. I told you not to. He might jump out there and get Austin Cruz one or two. I'm turning Matt. It was every bit a 3 count. Come on, Jesse. Come on, Jesse. That was a 5 count. Reversal there on that whip. Whoa! Big
over the top rope.
I'm going to give that a 10.
Goes
I'm
Matt
loaded with
Starr
10s
as
tonight.
he's. Oh, there goes.
Maddox over the top rope. I'm going to tell Luke's mama what he's been doing. I'm shocked. I'm surprised that I didn't think he is capable of stuff like that.
You're a bad boy.
He is.
Where's Malachi at? I'm going to have him give you a whooping.
Malachi would have already slapped him, and he known he did that. I can't even tell you what he drew on Tim Miner's pad, folks. It'd be bad. My mom would come back from heaven and whoop me just for saying it, and I didn't even do it. Forget that. Y'all can't see what we're talking about. You can see almost Jesse's in the way, but other than that, you can see Matt Starr whooping up on Adam Maddox because Adam made him mad. I told you not to. Looking on ever peacefully is none other than Austin Cruz. Jesse, tell him, come on, get back to it. Oh! Quick as a hiccup, Adam Maddox moved out of that chop. Matt Starr hit his head on. Whoa, big chop on the ring post. Big chop from Adam Maddox. Action going back there in the back. It's far away, folks, but I think we've got it. Matt is giving Matt all he wants right now. Matt threw Adam Maddox.
I think they just
into the
took
wall.
out somebody that was selling stuff.
It's about time that they were asleep on the job. I hope we're getting all this, folks. We're back over here now. Getting close. They're going to come to our table, Tim Miner.
They better not.
There's a good shot. Well, sort of. Back in the ring. So action picked up, and now it's going to pick up in the ring. How did... Oh, I got mixed up. I thought Adam did that. It's Matt. I know how that happened. 2 count. Come on, Jesse. That was a 5 count, ref. Come on. This is the Matt Starr. Count for it. Gotta mean something.
Props him up on that turnbuckle over there.
Don't give him time, Matt. He's too quick.
Oh!
Please, Matt, listen to me.
Boot to the side of the head. Shot to the midsection there by Matt Starr and a chop.
Well, I'm telling you, Adam.
Oh, that was Sam Houston the Turd that got knocked out.
Oh, good. That's the third.
Oh, yeah, the third turd, whatever he is.
So I'm impressed because Adam has not wrestled for a couple of years, and there is no rust on him. He came here with a vengeance. Of course, there again.
Sunset flip. 1, 2, 3, come on.
Slow count, but he got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match by pinfall is Adam Maddox. Uh-oh.
Now the loser of the match, Adam Maddox.
Oh, he still wins the match.
Well, sort of.
This is not the prize he expected.
Matt Starr just ran Jesse James off.
Boo!
It's double trouble now. The human wrecking ball, Austin Cruz.
Austin Cruz hits like a girl.
There's LBK, Landon Bradley.
And the chair.
What are they doing out here? In a chair. What are they doing out here messing in this match? Cruz ain't afraid of no chair.
Cruz should have been out here anyway.
Yeah, he was a manager, like, you know.
Yeah, but he still interfered.
Matt's his little brother that's taking care of him.
Is that Luke's brother?
I don't know. It says wrestling school people over here from the local school think they got the right to mouth off. Oh, yay, Adam Maddox.
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Landon Bradley!
Yes! That's a 10! That's a 10! Oh, by the way, that's a 10! Don't you love it? Don't you love it, Tim?
What are you doing?
Our little buddy finally grew up. Yes! Oh! Another 10! Oh! I can start cheering for him again. Yes! He's tired of losing. He's lost the past 3 weeks in a row.
You sold out!
No, he lost the past 3
You
weeks
sold
in a
out.
row due to cheating referees.
Landon Bradley has sold out.
He might have sold in. He is with the Matt Starr. We are forming quite an alliance here with Starr, Cruz, and Bradley. Wow, there's a lot of destruction that could happen there.
Oh, that's the announcer. I thought he was coming
Give
in.
him one. Go ahead.
Pile driving.
Pile driving. Pile drive Kane. Pile drive Kane. Well, folks, I'm sorry for Adam Maddox and LBK, but I was so excited about Landon Bradley. There's Jacob Wolf Escobar, former GM.
Where's our CEO commissioner at? Oh, that's not him. I don't know if Landon Bradley's with them or not. He seems to jerk away from them.
I don't know.
And welcome to the Tim and Rusty Show, November the 24th, 2024. It is a wonderful night to celebrate the great heel turn of Landon Bradley. He has turned into the Tennessee Hangman. I love it. And what better people to align himself with than the human wrecking ball, Austin Cruz, and of course, everybody's hometown hero, Matt Starr. This is a wonderful turn of events, folks. I know some of you won't agree with it, but Matt Starr has, for whatever reason, rather not Matt Starr, Landon Bradley, for whatever reason, the last 3 matches he's had in PWA, he turned out not the victor, but to have his shoulders pinned 1, 2, 3, and a couple of times laid nearly unconscious. So the word is he's tired of this stuff, and now he's going to do whatever it takes to be a winner. You finally became a true professional wrestler because the good guys, the good wrestlers, do whatever it takes to win.
He sold out.
Or
He
sold
sold out to all of his fans. And
His
here's
fans don't
another
care
thing.
nothing about it.
I don't think he's really on the same page with Matt Starr
It's a possibility.
and
Cruz,
Cruz. I can't remember his name.
the human wrecking ball.
Yeah, see, I forgot his name last week and he got mad. So hopefully he's not watching right now. But anyways,
Hopefully he is watching. Everybody watches that show.
but because he never actually helped them in the ring on who they were beating down. And when they came out and raised his
Beat down
hand,
LBK.
he kind of moved, kind of pulled his arms down.
He did lay LBK
So,
out.
Maybe he's just making a statement against Adam Maddox.
That's a
not sure.
possibility. I'd also like to see LBK and Landon Bradley because this is LBK is not one to be knocked out with a chair from behind and not get his pound of flesh.
Well, I tell you, he got knocked out with a chair today. The San Francisco 49ers played the Green Bay Packers. Same look as the Gallatin Green Wave. But Green Bay beat them 38-10. They were without Brock Purdy.
I'm so sorry.
The 49ers are really having some issues right now.
Now, here
But on the other hand, the Titans beat the Texans today in Houston. They go on the road and win a game. And they almost gave it up.
is not the Houston Texans rated in the top 10.
Well, they're leading the division right now.
And they're leading the division. If the Titans, 5 out of the last 7 games that they play are against divisional rivals, AFC South. If they can win 4 of those games, they could be in the playoffs.
Rico must have been so happy he got drunk or something because I tried to get him to come for the live stream. He said he can't make it.
He does it.
And then he couldn't go to wrestling
Meyer.
Friday night. He said he was exhausted. His body just couldn't take it.
Well,
he
because
was-
of that beat down he got. He's afraid that
Yeah.
Sharp Dressed Men will show up. Lawrence is retiring. There's still James, and he's the king now. And James will be with us on the 28th at
Well,
RWF.
it's tentatively scheduled on the 28th.
Still
I've got
tentative.
tentatively.
Tentative.
Hopefully we'll have more on that by the next time we air a show. We will be out of the loop for the next few days for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And
We go to
I wish I could tell that to all my TV customers because they are wearing me out. I haven't had a day off in 3 months.
and they're going to be off work for a day or two. So get
Even though I've
ready.
had days off from my regular job, I'm never off from TV service, and I'm just going to take my phone. I got to work in my regular job
You know what
tomorrow.
you do with that
For anybody
phone?
who wants at my regular job, I work at Publix. I've been there for 16
You
years.
can take that phone. You can shine it up.
I
you
turn
can
it sideways and shove it up somebody's Rudy Poo candy.
Hey, I wasn't going to go that
Oh.
far, but okay.
Um,
If that's what you're going to do, get Tim's mom on the phone. She needs to hear this.
he don't have her number.
On speed dial.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Do you have her number?
24/7. Anytime he wants to call her, that's what he claims. So
She said
she
had
calls him most of the time.
She said she had a surprise on Thanksgiving for us. Are you my new daddy?
That's
Nah.
a scary thought.
Uh,
Who's your daddy?
anyways,
Back to
but,
her phone service.
television service, and I was going to try to take the day
Television
off today. It started from before I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. I was still asleep. I had 3 texts before I even woke up. I've just gotten where and I've answered a few.
Your
I've
only
given,
day of the week to sleep in. So-
yeah,
and then
and-
you get up, go to church still. But
yeah.
the difference between
And
4
then
o'clock and 9
yesterday,
o'clock,
people don't understand. I worked my regular job. I went in at 5 a.m. yesterday morning. I worked till 9. Had to be at Gallatin High School to start announcing basketball games at 10. So I get there at 10,
they don't
and
care.
I'm there until 8:30 last night.
They just want their on demand.
Yeah,
That's all they.
I'm
care.
going to give them some on demand.
They just, they just want. That's all they care about. That they do need. What they need to realize is, you're not. I'm going to say Comcast, and I don't say anything disparaging about them because we use Xfinity, both of us
Yeah.
do. But you're not Comcast with a whole crew of people and just techs that's their whole job. That and trucks and all that. You'd have to wait sometimes a week
Oh,
on Comcast.
I had a
if
customer. Hey,
your TV or your
listen to this. I had a customer
Internet messes
message
up?
me, "Hey, can you send somebody out to my house?" Who am I going to send? The only person that helps me do anything is Luke.
send Harry
I'm
Umfleet
gonna-
over there.
I'm gonna send.
Harry.
It might have been him.
He's bound to know something by now.
I'm gonna send Luke over there and let him take care of. Send.
Harry's an old friend of ours.
I know an Indian guy that comes
Dot
in.
or feather?
Dot.
No
a
offense.
dot. I'm a feather. He's a dot. An Indian dot guy. I'm gonna start sending him out to people's houses for service and let them and tell him to speak in his Indian accent. Hello, I'm here to help you with TMTV
Do you
services.
realize we probably just offended
I don't.
two whole groups of people?
If
out
we
there?
haven't offended you, then we haven't done our job.
We did our job.
Hey, we got our president in there. We all right.
Okay.
Anyways,
But don't quit watching.
yeah,
just
don't-
because
don't-
you voted
don't
for the
cancel
wrong
it.
person.
don't cancel us like that's really going to bother us if we get canceled.
And it is amazing. One of the things, since we're being political, it just stands out to me that Ellen and is it Portia,
Yeah.
her significant other, wife, girlfriend, whatever she is, boyfriend, they're leaving the United States and going to Britain.
That's fine.
They'll
they'll accept
because
them,
of President Trump. I just don't understand that at all. It's not going to affect particularly rich people like that at all.
That's like that
Nothing's gonna
dude.
affect-
There was some dude that was on there going on a rampage or a rant. That, I'm leaving the United States. I'm going to go to Hawaii. Hawaii is the United States, you moron.
and that's where Tulsi Gabbard's from.
Oh,
who's
Malachi has
ultra-conservative.
jumped on board here. You should have come over here. I
Malachi.
started to message him and see if
He
he
was-
wanted to come over for
Well,
the
we
live
talked
stream night
about that.
so he could whoop
Right.
Luke.
We talked about that Friday night, and I thought he was going to come. Oh well.
Well, I was kind of running behind on getting stuff together, and I didn't send a picture out that we were having a show, so people were kind of chiming in as I did tag it
Since
to
you
all my
do the
followers.
booking, could you work it out where Malachi and Jonathan both could be on at the same time?
Jonathan,
Shelton and Malachi. Can we get them both there at the same time?
keep talking.
Is
I
that a
think
possibility?
I think I'm gonna change.
Well, while you're doing that, let's talk about the Titans.
Okay.
No, I want to talk about Brock Purdy first.
Let me
He's
make
done
sure.
well. I'll give him that. And I think it's good coaching. It's a surrounding cast, and he could have gone in and lost. He could have done what Will Levis did, and he didn't. So he's done the job. I'll give him that. But it's up for a contract, is he not, next
Yeah,
year?
yeah.
So what do you think they may be doing instead of playing Josh Dobbs, who is an accomplished, who can come in at least on his first game he comes in on, usually wins or does very well, who's already got everything memorized before he even got there. So could they possibly put in this third string guy because they've got to evaluate him because they're going to drop Brock Purdy?
I don't
and get
know.
it-
They're not going to drop.
and get
Brock
it.
Purdy.
Well, they got to pay him. What is the going rate now? $60 million a year, as opposed to probably maybe $4 or $5 million a year if he gets that. And so, could they be going to just do that? Just move on out or franchise him 1 year and then bring this? They got to evaluate the talent because I sure would have played. I'm no by any means genius in football, but it doesn't take a genius to know that you play. Who were we talking about?
Brock Purdy.
No, the other one. See, I'm not a genius. Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
That you're going to play Josh Dobbs over a third string guy that's hadn't played a game or maybe played 2 or 3 games. No, you're not. You're going to play Josh Dobbs. But if you want to win, and guess what? You didn't win. You know better than that.
But anyways, it's been a good day of football. I got to watch a little bit of it in between customers and in between putting up the 49er Christmas tree, which
The Seattle
have-
Seahawks won.
now see
I love
last year
Geno
after I
Smith.
put my tree up is when the 49ers started winning. So I didn't have it up when I didn't have it finished when they were playing today. So that means next week they start their winning streak.
Sure, that's what it means.
The good thing is the Cardinals lost to the Seahawks today. So that helps the 49ers. They didn't drop too far behind. They're only still a game behind.
So we probably should get a shot of your tree, say next week, or have it because people want to see this. Last year, I remember you showed it to everyone. It is a nice tree, except for the got 49ers on. Oh yeah, let's go back to the Titans since we were talking about them earlier. They finally did it. It looks like Will Levis might possibly. He's had 2 good games, high quarterback ratings, over 100 both times. He did throw an interception, but it's all right if you throw an interception when you throw a couple of touchdowns and when you got over 300 yards and you win a game. Particularly if you win a game, we can get over an interception, particularly if it wasn't some stupid shuttle, shuffle, whatever kind of pass it is that right in the red zone at the last minute and they score a touchdown on it. It wasn't that. It was and they've been turned him loose and let me throw those long bombs.
But we'll come back to some football here in a little bit. I want you to go ahead and talk about the show
Nick,
Friday night.
Westbrook Fina caught another big 70-yarder. I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
I was going to tell you, we can come back to football in a little bit. I want you to start talking about some wrestling there.
All right. We went to PWA Friday night. Is that what you want to talk about? There's the docket. So we saw Landon Bradley, the very first match, took on a guy that I haven't seen before, Grease Monkey Red. And I was impressed with Grease Monkey. He comes out with this big, huge adjustable wrench. I mean, it is about 2.5, almost a yard long, and the wrench part's as big as my hand. And if you know what an adjustable wrench is, my daddy used to call it a knuckle buster because it fits everything, but it has a tendency to break loose and you bust your knuckles. Anyway.
Technical difficulties.
Now, wait.
Are we good now?
No.
Hold on a second. Let me get back to
We will be back shortly. We had an invasion here. Grease Monkey Red didn't like us talking about him. Should I be talking?
Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay,
We're
sorry.
on the air.
So, anyway, sorry for the dead air there. We don't have a clue what happened, but it was interesting. I thought we were under attack.
There, you're back on.
So, anyway, he comes out. He's got grease all over him. He's got some wild curly red hair. And Landon Bradley, like always, gave him everything that he should. I thought he was going to win. Danny Hayes was the referee, man in stripes, the man with a magnificent mustache. Anyway, he got a 1, 2, 3, and so enough said about that one. Landon Bradley, that was his 3rd loss in 3 Fridays at PWA. So that once again, I guess that has something to do with his heel turn. That's for those of you who may not be that wrestling friendly, turned into to the dark side. He's not a fan favorite anymore. People are going to boo him. However, Matt Starr he's turned to the heel side, to the dark side, and people are still cheering him. He got as much as yaying and cheering and clapping as LBK at times, and everybody loves LBK. It's just hard to say what fans would do. I lean that way. It's like I cheer for who I like and who I wanted, and sometimes I'm pulling for both guys. I just like it because anyway, I lean toward the heels because they're usually more not so one-dimensional. They can do so much more entertaining stuff, like when Toby Farley smothered Larry Cooter out with a I was told it was a public sack, a plastic bag, put it over his head, and there for a minute I thought the referee was going to give him the match. That was a couple of weeks ago at PWA. But then you had referee Chris Norday called the match for LBK versus Majestic. Now, Majestic, he's a competent wrestler. We saw him first down in Columbia. Tremendous competitor. He is real athletic like LBK. And LBK probably gives up about 30, 40 pounds, but still is very good. Let me see what happened. Oh, Austin Cruz came out and distracted LBK. So that's where it started. A lot of this is about LBK, about the Landon beatdown and the Austin Cruz. Anyway, so LBK ended up losing. Majestic won. I'm not sure Majestic would have won anyway. I'm not sure that LBK, either one, that match could have gone either way. Then you had that old fossil Jesse James, who called. Actually, I really appreciate him being able to get in the ring and do that. We've watched him wrestle in his early days till he got hurt way back at SWA. That's been nearly 30 years ago, and now he's a referee, and he's been refereeing for 25 years. What are we doing now?
I'm bringing up the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's why.
I was adding my camera phone for a second camera.
Okay, well, I'll be quiet here. You can see that Christmas tree
So
shot.
you got to San Francisco.
Get out here and get the little stadium, too. You know, that's where we leave Santa's milk and cookies.
We're going to poison
if Luke
him
doesn't eat them before he gets here.
That's why we're going to poison him this year. And you got the 49ers helmet on top.
It's all right if Santa's going to come to Luke. It'll probably be at your mama's house this year, so he's going to be bringing presents over there to him. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was uncalled for. So what are we doing now? You want me to move so you get all your helmets?
Okay. I'm going back to your camera. Keep on talking.
Okay, so let's see. Matt Starr, 3 PWA shows ago, I think it's November 1. Adam Maddox, who we'd known from as a young man, I guess a teenager from SWA. That's where he started, and started when Matt Starr when he started. Anyway, we hadn't seen him in years, and he'd not been wrestling for a couple of years. He came back, and he was happy, and he was so glad he could be back with his buddy Matt Starr. They'd ran the roads together, wrestled together. Like I said before on the match, wrestled each other, wrestled as tag partners, done a lot of things, had each other's back and beat each other's front, and then also beat each other to back or stabbed each other to back. They've done all kinds of stuff. Well, while they were talking, and Adam was just gushing with good things to say about Matt and PWA and old times, and Matt just knocked him out cold with a I'll say a sucker punch. I mean, he lay there. Then he ended up taking on the albino guy. That albino guy, when he comes back, will be after me. Anyway, so then the next show, I believe that was the 8th of November at Gladeville, PWA. Adam was having a match, and on the way to the match, Matt Starr came out and knocked him out. I believe that was with Rogue Rabbit. Anyway, he came out and knocked him out before he got in the ring, or knocked him down, and then slammed him on the ring apron and just threw him into the ring. And then Adam managed to recuperate. And then this week, they were actually going at each other face to face. And I was impressed. Adam gave Matt all he wanted.
He won.
And he won.
He pinned him.
Yeah. He came off the top ropes like a springboard shot, and with, I believe it was like a lariat type move or a forearm. I wasn't exactly sure at this point what it was, but it was very impressive, particularly for a man who, with, you know, been out of the ring for a couple of years. It didn't look like it. I really enjoyed that. So
now, did you mention LBK's match already?
yes, but you can talk about LBK and Majestic. Austin Cruz interfered, distracted LBK. He didn't actually interfere, just distract. It was on LBK. LBK should not have messed with Austin Cruz unless he actually tried to enter the ring or grab hold of him or something.
Yeah, but
Just-
you know how things, you can get distracted.
Me?
Yeah, you get really distracted.
I never get distracted.
We can sit there and be talking. You see a,
Butterfly,
yeah, you see a butterfly.
polo shoes.
Anyways.
Skeeter. Needs salt. Tim Miner.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tim Miner. Okay, there's the list if you want it. So, were you going to say more about
Well, we
LBK?
had the match, Adam Maddox and
Yeah,
Matt Starr
it was
match.
very
and You saw
impressive.
the end where LBK and
Oh
Landon Bradley came out to save him and help him out, and then Landon Bradley hits LBK with a chair.
popped him. I loved it.
Well, yeah, he hit LBK with a chair. Maybe he don't have an issue with Adam Maddox. He has an issue with LBK.
It might possibly be. It may, or I'm still wondering why he sort of jerked away from Matt. We've already talked about that, but he didn't want to celebrate with them. He just, maybe he's an island unto himself. So, you know, you catch the hangman away, Larry Cooter, and he just acted up and did whatever he wanted to. But I liked it. Keep that up, and you will be back in the winning column in no time. Because all three of those matches that he lost the past 3 weeks, they were his to win. And because maybe if you hit somebody with a chair, you'd win. I don't know.
Of course, the ringside through the whole show was Malachi was there,
Yes.
and
Yeah, we enjoyed comments. You won't get to hear them on air because we couldn't get him mic'd up. He just refused. But he was hilarious.
I'm not going to force him to do anything if he refuses.
No. He was hilarious. I enjoyed it. Always enjoyed being with him. Old Desperado was there. He's not really old, but he is for wrestling. He was there quite a bit. He was on the other end of the table. You're talking about my distractions. Well, I kept having to talk with him because he kept talking to me. But that was enjoyable to have him around. So we got to get him back in the ring somewhere doing something. He's just too good of a talent. He's all rested up. He's telling me he's all healed up. You know, his back's good. His knees are good.
Well, that's because he retired.
That's true. But
If he gets back in the ring, he's going to go back to being hurting. And
this is just not I don't know what to call it, but he gave Boogie Woogie Boy Gary Valiant on the night he retired. That's the best match Boogie Woogie Boy had.
who did he wrestle?
Desperado.
Oh,
When Desperado retired, not Boogie. When Desperado. I'm sorry. When Desperado retired, he wrestled Sharp Dressed Man, I believe, when Boogie retired.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was nothing wrong with Desperado that night, and they did everything. They wrestled, they did hardcore, they broke tables, they did it. It was a slobber knocker, and of all nights. No offense, it didn't get recorded, so we need Desperado to come back and retire again. There's no proof that you retired,
somebody forgot to
Desperado.
push the button.
There's no proof.
Actually, no, didn't they turn the lights out or something, and we lost?
That's what it was. The lights went out and we lost power, but we did not. And we did anyway. There's no proof that you retired. We did not have it on our auxiliary camera camera monkey phone. We didn't. Nobody. He had what 43 family members there that night. Not one of them recorded his last match. It's like nobody did. We always got somebody there. You know, one of the wrestlers' wives or whatever, or their kids or somebody recording matches, and nobody. It is Boogie's. Boogie was there. Somebody always records Boogie's. So we got to have us another match. So get ready. And don't you think you're running out without giving us one more match, Lawrence? You're going to come back one of these days to RWF, and we will see you in the ring again because you still got issues to deal with Rico. We won't be able to live with him because he's going to claim he ran you off. So I'm still looking for Rico to be wearing a shirt and tie and carrying your suitcase. Okay, so anyway, Desperado, it was a lot of fun. Then Toby Farley versus Tavon Jordan, who was that was the guy that he was, did all the quick moving stuff, and he's a big guy, big muscular guy. Thoroughly, that was a good match. Lucky P, Toby lost that match, didn't he? Yeah, he lost it to Tavon, and because Lucky P somehow sort of distracted Toby, but he didn't really. He was just standing there like he always does. Yeah. And so that was interesting. There was quite a few inventive things all you could do. Sir?
I lost audio, so keep talking.
Stop talking?
Well.
Don't say anything that matters?
Yeah.
We're having a gremlin in the system tonight.
Testing 1 2 1 2 3. There we go.
And we're back on. Sorry once again for the technical difficulties. You are one of probably up to 300 that's going to watch tonight, and up to 1,000 that'll watch before the week's over. We're glad you're with us, and we may be more than that because we've got Thanksgiving. You're going to be tired of all that football, and there is Friday NFL football this year too. This week too.
Well, you got Thursday
from
night
Prime.
Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah, we got Prime. Will be on Friday, so be sure and don't miss that game. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about Toby, and he fired Lucky P right there on the spot, and I think Toby is very capable of defeating anybody any given night, one way or another, with or without the help of Lucky P. But at the same time, I've really come to appreciate Lucky P and what he offers. I'm not sure he came out in the final match. Honcho Hensley defending his U.S. championship against Sean Hoodrich and the Snake, and that was Danny Hayes again, the man with the amazing mustache, was the referee, and that was a good match. Two big, strong guys. Hoodrich is he's just a chunk of muscle, and then Honcho Hensley, he's that raw bone, but he's just a chunk, and he's tough and he's mean, and we want to see him do the pile driver, which they banned. Now, I do need to fact check you here, and I don't want to blow any of your whatever you're doing, but the state of Tennessee, the pile driver is not banned anymore by the state of Tennessee. It's banned by.
I do agree with you, Brian Burkon. Lucky P is garbage.
Don't be saying that. That's not right.
That's what he said.
No, I did not.
No, that's what he said.
Well, you agreed with him. Both of you need to be nice to Lucky P.
Well, let's ask
Toby
Farley what he says.
Oh, well, Toby said a lot of stuff.
He said, I don't need you no more. You're fired.
we'll get taken off the air if we say everything Toby Farley said about Lucky P. But anyway, it's I enjoyed it. Toby won the match. He choked Hoodrich out, not literal choke, but some kind of submission. I think it was like a chicken wing sort of, and crossface chicken wing or something like that. It wasn't exactly that. I couldn't see it per se, and you won't be able to on the camera real good either, but he held it on for quite a while, and then finally and he broke loose. Then he came back and he put it on him again, and he won it. And he did that without Lucky. But once again, Tim Miner, if you ever have to get in the ring again, it would be good for you to have Lucky P in your corner, because he will hit somebody with that Halliburton. Anyway, that's pretty much it for PWA. This Friday night is at the 27th of November. It's the day after Thanksgiving. PWA will not be having a show.
Black Friday.
They will be having one. They're having one right now in Pulaski. They'll be having one next Sunday in Pulaski.
Of course, we'll be at youth convention Tuesday night.
We have a state.
I won't be there Wednesday.
We have a statewide Assembly of God has a statewide youth
when I get
convention
off Wednesday, I'm taking the day off from TV service from everybody.
at Opryland Hotel, and we're going to be there enjoying it. So
And
a lot
I'm
of
off
fun.
on Thanksgiving morning, so from Wednesday night to Thursday morning, I'm not even answering my phone.
So how many
I'll
times?
only answer my phone for two people.
So
Three
you
people.
you got to eat at your
I'll
mom.
answer my phone. I'll answer the phone for you, my mama, and Luke. That's it.
You got to.
That's the only three I'll answer.
Well, thank you. Not even your mama.
I said my mama,
Oh, okay.
Luke, your
How
mama.
about
or
you?
your mom? Not your mama, my mama.
How about Eugene?
I'm not answering from anybody.
Because he has your phone,
Yeah.
your TV service. Anyway, well, you got to eat.
So if anybody tries to call me, tries to text me, you don't get a response, I'm off.
So you're going to eat a lot of turkey. You're going to go to your mama's house and eat there. Then you're going to go to Eugene's
No,
house.
I'm not
and
going
eat
there. They're doing Wednesday night service or Wednesday night. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you'll be able to enjoy it more that way because you.
I'll be able to enjoy time off Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Good deal. So that's why you're not going to be at the youth convention. It's a great. There's like 2,000 plus people. The vast majority are young people and their sponsors, and they meet there for a big, like a concert, praise rally, and then they have some preaching and different other stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Except it's not open to the public. You can come, but you do have to pay a
Okay,
registration fee.
What's the over under on how many times I get a text on Thanksgiving for TV service? I'm going to say at
How-
least 30.
How many do you get normally?
Oh, let's say
Just on a normal day, or we'll even say a weekend day.
let's start today. So there's 1, 2, 3.
Da, 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 da,
24
da,
today.
da, 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 da,
24 text messages today.
I'm going to
That's 24 people. Some of those have 3 or 4 texts within them.
24 people.
24 people have texted.
I'd say you'll double that because the majority of everybody is off on that day. They'll be wanting to watch parades and ball games and movies and all that on-demand stuff. And you know, they don't know to reboot the router or to reboot their TV or reboot the box. They don't know all these simple little things that you could do. The
Oh,
router, like your
They do
internet.
know how to aggravate me.
If you just do that before you call him, it'll help. And you might get to watch the football game.
And watch
There'll
it
be a
under
bunch of them,
NFL
too.
category. Don't watch it under locals.
Those are,
I have the hardest time. It seems like the same people every year.
well, yeah.
I'm like, come on.
And where do they need to watch it?
NFL under the NFL category.
Okay. And how many games? Do you know how many games are playing? There'll be
It's
is there,
3 on Thanksgiving Day.
and there's college as well too, isn't there?
I'm not sure. I know. Oh, I was going to bring up Tennessee Volunteers. Let's bring up some college football right now.
Yeah.
The Tennessee Volunteers are right now probably in the playoffs because of 3 losses this weekend of teams. Tennessee won, of course. They played UTEP, the Miners, and they're not Tim Miners. They were Miners.
It was senior day, so I understand that you will let all the seniors play as much as they can, and you want them to win.
Brian Burkon asked me if I'm receiving. Yes, I'm receiving on Wednesday. I do work at Publix Wednesday instead of Thursday. I'm off.
Will
on
you
Thursday.
Will you take Brian's calls?
No. At work, I mean, I'm talking about when I get off. I said when I get off work at Publix, and then I'm done.
Oh, okay. I was wondering
from
that,
Wednesday
'cause-
night to Thursday morning, or Thursday until Friday morning. I'm not taking any calls.
So maybe y'all could have a turkey sandwich or something there before you
Uh,
leave.
but I do have to work Wednesday because I'm normally off on Wednesdays. But to be off on Thanksgiving, I have to work on it Wednesday because we're gonna have vendors coming in that day. But anyway, back to Tennessee. Tennessee had one team that they really needed to lose this weekend. That was Ole Miss. That would help Tennessee out the biggest because if Ole Miss loses to Florida, then Tennessee kind of goes ahead of them in that playoff system. But not only did that happen, and you saw Tennessee fans doing the chomp. Who would ever thought that Tennessee fans would be doing the chomp when they found out that Florida beat Ole Miss? Well, then Alabama loses and knocks them completely out of the playoff hunt, and that helps Tennessee even better. And then not only after that, a little bit later in the evening, Texas A&M loses to Auburn in triple overtime.
This was not good.
So Texas A&M now drops to 3 losses. Alabama has 3 losses. Both those teams are pretty much out of the playoffs.
and Tennessee has
Tennessee's got 2 losses.
Two
They
losses.
If they win against Vanderbilt, they're in. Only thing I'm worried about is if Texas A&M beats Texas, does that put Tennessee into the SEC championship game against Georgia? See, if they did that and they lost, that would take Tennessee out of the playoffs. So I hope Texas wins against Texas A&M. That way, Tennessee still will be in the regular playoffs. I don't want to be in the SEC
they
championship.
might beat Georgia.
But then if they don't, though, they're out. The
I mean,
team that
they're
loses that
capable
would
of beating
the
Georgia.
team that loses that would be out.
But they can't look over Vandy this year at all. And Vandy gets
Tennessee
up for
has
this
to
game.
Tennessee has to win against Vanderbilt.
And what is
Are they playing at Vanderbilt? Has anybody got tickets? I want to go.
So it's what's their quarterback's name?
For who?
For Vandy.
Oh, I don't know his name.
I had it and
haven't-
lost it. He is amazing, and he could have moved on, and he chose to stay there with his.
If anybody's got extra
offensive
Tennessee ticket and
coordinator.
wants to carry me to the Tennessee game this coming Saturday against Vanderbilt, I'll give you a free TV box and a free year TV.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal. And if you compare that to regular cable prices, you're talking what, thousands,
Yeah.
to a couple of $1,000. But
But I don't know if they're playing
That is what it would
I don't know
cost.
if they're playing in Knoxville or if they're playing in at Vanderbilt. I haven't.
they traditionally play on Thanksgiving weekend, and Thanksgiving is when they play, isn't it?
Who?
Vandy and
No, they
Newton.
play next Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, I apologize for that. And we oftentimes have our first snow around Thanksgiving.
It is projected to snow this week. Have you seen that?
I saw the
They're
snow
saying
at
that
the
weather is going
at the
to.
Browns game. That was amazing, and I didn't pick them to win because I believe the hype, and I picked the Browns and Jameis Winston 2 weeks ago, and thought they would just clean up, and they didn't. So I just refused to pick them this time, and they won anyway. Enough said about that. Messed my pick'ems up. Oh, guess who is?
So the Tennessee Volunteers play in Nashville against Vanderbilt.
That's good. Somebody
So-
come through out there.
Let me
Now-
see if there's any tickets online.
Now I have a dream.
Maybe we can go.
It could be. That's a good.
I'd
thing
have to
for
leave
you.
work early.
Well, you get off work for that.
It's on a Saturday.
Just tell them.
Let's see if there's-
day. I'm sick of work. Now they let you off for that. I'm sure. This is, wouldn't they?
No, there's nobody else to do my job.
Then it doesn't get done that day. What happens if you?
It
get,
has to get done.
What happens when you went in the hospital? With your
I had a
knee?
backup person then. That person retired.
Well, bring him out of retirement. Get Brian to come up and do it. Anyway, you need to go to this game. I have a dream. I have a dream that there's, like Tim wants to go to this Tennessee Vandy game. Well, I want to go to RWF Wrestling. I wanted to go in out there with one of our fans, somebody out there that owns a building that could be set up all the time, that we would never have to break down, and we give you a sponsorship or whatever you want, that we could just have that all the time. We don't have to mess with being canceled over this or that, over technicalities. I have the dream. It'd be ideal if somebody had a strip mall and they had a vacant building in that strip mall that we could just set up in and stay there. We would bring people into all those businesses in that strip mall. We might even run more than once a month if we had that.
Oh, yeah,
It'd be
I'd probably do a
ideal. We could open up our wrestling school. Of course, Blackthorn is an excellent instructor, but we got others on tap that are ready to come in and work guys out and show them stuff.
Forget the Tennessee game. I'll watch it on TV.
Well,
The lowest price ticket is $343.
somebody's going to give you that, aren't they? I thought you wanted to give you the ticket.
Oh, well, if someone's going to give, I don't think they're going to
They're
give.
going to give it to you for the TV service. That's the way I understood it. If they're not going,
But anyways, I can watch it better on TV anyway.
that would be about a fair trade because it'd be close.
They play at 11 a.m. It's an early game.
If they gave you a $300 ticket, it'd be close to what a year's service would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that'd be a fair trade.
But anyways,
That was good. Anyway, that's my dream. So there's somebody out there. I want to keep this before you, particularly like that strip mall idea. You know what size building we need to have. I'd like for it to be a little bit bigger than the old Saw building in Millersville. The people is it TAP? McDaniels?
TAPW.
They've got a good setup there. It's big enough. You probably get about 100 people in.
Nice concession area.
Yes. Now we probably need enough space to put a couple of 100 people in, particularly, we probably do need that. Not that they don't, but we're in a little bit bigger venue because we're so close to all of Sumner County and Nashville. So, but we'll settle for whatever not settle, but we'll consider whatever you want to give us. And I did put the word give in there, as a wrestling fan, or at a real good price. It would be nice.
Oh, if we can find something what we're paying rent now, I'd be happy. If somebody said, "Hey, come pay us what you're paying at the National Guard Army. You can run as many shows you want a month. You just pay that amount per month."
Oh yeah,
and then I would go to 2 if we kept everything up and had kept concessions, everything up, and we rented the building. I would run 2 times a month at least.
And like I said, we could open up open up our school of wrestling,
and we'd probably run every other week.
Yeah, it'd be, and you get some of the best training. There's none better than Blackthorn to do that, and his crew. And then, like I say, we've got other wrestlers that I had no this with Tim and Thorne, but like an LBK he'd love to just sort of retire doing that. Working for us, working a wrestling school, and passing the trade on. I'd love to see things like that. And of course, you got guys we got big guys to learn. We can pull in a Malachi or somebody like that could help us with that. We've got all different styles, but it'd really be nice if we had that. I hope I'm not misspeaking here, but I'd love to see that.
Well, the Rams are leading the Eagles right now 7-6. Earlier today, we had Minnesota defeat the Chicago Bears 30-27 in overtime. The Titans won 32-27. They almost gave that game away on the pick six, and then they came back. They held it and came back though.
And once again, I gave Levis props for that. If you're throwing 300 yards and you're throwing 2 touchdowns and you're winning the game, we'll give you a pick six. Okay.
And then you had the Carolina Panthers.
You're doing good. I've trashed you when you didn't. You're doing good.
The Carolina Panthers played the Chiefs tough. Chiefs had to come down and kick a field goal in the last seconds to win 30-27.
And the Chiefs, evidently, I didn't watch that game, but they scored 30 points. So
Carolina scored 27.
So they were not, they were sound like they had a good game.
Dallas Cowboys got a win against the Commanders.
I would have never
34-26.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't. If I was going to pick again right now, I would not pick Dallas over the Commanders.
Now the Lions beat the Colts 24-6. We saw that coming. Detroit seems to be the head above the rest in the NFC right now. The Raiders lost to the Broncos 29-19. Looks like the Broncos could possibly be a team that makes the playoffs. And their defense is good enough, and the young quarterback Bo Nix is doing a good job.
Yeah, he's my fantasy football quarterback this week. And last I saw, he was doing all right. He got, I think,
The Seahawks beat the
36
Cardinals
points.
16-6. The Rams are leading the Eagles 76. As I said earlier, tomorrow night the Chargers take on the Ravens on Monday Night Football. So
now who's picking for that?
I'm picking the Chargers. I've got to try
Is
to
that
come
to
back.
catch up?
Yeah.
But I know they can, and I'm impressed. Well, last week I was really impressed with Justin Fields, but I just can't. And then we're getting down to playoff times because they lost. Ravens lost last week, and they shouldn't have. But I just can't pick against them right now. When you add that double threat of Derrick Henry along with, of course, Lamar Jackson, I think Lamar's probably shot himself in the foot as far as MVP now, but they're going to the playoffs. I guarantee that. Of course, how can I guarantee it? But that would be my assumption, which is usually right. By the way, Tim Miner, in our Pick'ems group, I'm number one. I think I've been number one for about 6 weeks. And when I went number one, I was number two. That was good. So what do you think about that?
Everybody gets lucky.
You don't care, do you?
No.
Just lucky. The only reason you got this because I forgot to pick a week.
No,
That's a
the
quote.
only reason you got
that's not
ahead of
you.
me is because I forgot to pick the winners one week.
Now that's a true statement. I was
picked the
thinking what
losers.
Rico says all the time. The only reason you won is because blah blah because I didn't. Well, the reason I won is because I did. Anyway. Well, and I'll come back on that. You are the one who mentored me and showed me and taught me how to do this fantasy football and how to work picking the right team for pick'ems. And it's still hard for me to predict the scores for games. I just can't, unless you just take the average of what everybody does. I have trouble predicting scores. So I do have to rely on other sources for that. But I guess that's what everybody else does too, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if the Bills average 30 points a game, well, you pretty much say it's going to be 30 points if you had to pick that for them. If they're the ones that's on the pick that. But once again, I'm not an expert on the scores. I'm not an expert on anything. That I enjoy doing it. And okay, Tim?
Did you know that my fantasy football team this year is pretty much, I'm full of tight ends. I've got
Well, that's most backdoor receivers are. Okay.
I've got Dallas Goedert, who's playing tonight, but Jonnu Smith, I started him. He had 23 fantasy points today.
I wonder where my phone is.
I had Cole Kmet on my bench today, and he's got 13 points in fantasy. I've got three of the best tight ends in the league.
Nope, that's not my phone either. Well, I don't really need it. I was going to check some things like you're doing, but I guess not.
Do you want me to call
So
you?
who are we going to have allegedly have the 28th of December at RWF? Still going to have the Battle Royal. Started out an 8-man Battle Royal, but you've moved that now to it could possibly be more, correct? There's my phone. Did you call me?
Yeah. I'm trying to let you find your
Well,
phone.
okay, we'll find it later because that's distract from the
Is it down
show.
in the couch? Did
It
you
must-
pull a Luke?
It must be down between the seats.
You must have pulled a Luke. You always get on him for dropping stuff in my seats.
Well, I think. Well, he's
You think you
used-
took it out of your pocket? and
he's
stuck it in the
crawling
seat?
under the chairs, and he hadn't lost his earbuds in a while though. That's good. I think
I think he got
his ears just sort of grew over him.
I think you got tired of replacing them.
So the Battle Royal will be it'll probably be more than 8 now because you're opening it up that other people can join it if they want to, correct?
Oh yeah, we had 10 to begin with. So we
10,
still have-
okay.
But right now, like I said, tentatively the schedule is for December the 28th, and that's Saturday, December 28th. That will be Christmas Carnage. We will still have our main event. Will be Matt Starr against Sean Hoodrich, and instead of being a trick or treat match, it will be a gag gift match.
I like to call it Dirty Santa.
Hey, that will be Dirty Santa match. We'll call it that.
Hey, we're going to have some Dirty Santas there, I'm telling you.
Then we will have our RWF Junior Heavyweight title match. Jason Xavier will take on Landon Bradley.
Excuse me, and the snake can be a weapon in that match.
Oh, yeah,
correct?
he might
if he's
be.
in one of the bags,
Then we got a RWF street fight when Dewey Barnes takes on Malachi.
and Malachi has gotten special permission from the guard to do some dastardly deeds that day.
And then you have the RWF United States title match as Xavier Michaels puts his title on against Austin Cruz, that human wrecking ball.
Love it.
Then we have our Battle Royal. And we also, of course, the Sharp Dressed Men will not be in action against Drew Weatherman and LBK that night due to Sharp Dressed Man Lawrence will be retired. He's retiring. His last match is going to be December 21st. So a week before that, he will be retiring. And then Drew Weatherby has informed me that he will not be there that weekend. He will be out of town. But we still will have LBK will be in action. Sharp Dressed Man James will be in action. Rock Dog, these are some of the people playing for the Battle Royal. Rock Dog, Blackthorn, Kenny South, Colton Chris, JDV, Mike Cobb, D'Amico Graves, Classic Man, David Matthews. Oh, actually, we have Mike Cobb scheduled to take on Larry Cooter.
Larry Cooter, yeah.
Match.
And they've met past, or at least 2 times. But this past show that we had, they put on a wrestling clinic, I'm telling you. And I've encouraged everybody, but particularly all you young guys, you need to watch that match, and you need to watch the one coming up and take notes, because they showed you how to do it. They did the catch if catch can, the Greco-Roman. They did the high impact moves. They did the high flying moves. They punched and kicked. It was just wonderful. They did everything. I'm looking forward to that match.
Also, in
2 competent veterans from 2 different schools, and yet both of them can do it all.
In action that night, Austin Wright will be at RWF on the 28th.
Oh, good deal.
Plan on seeing Austin right there. Also,
we're
Pretty
boy Preston Adams.
Preston Adams will be there.
Well, sounds like you added some matches in.
I've added a couple of things that
Okay.
I've got planned.
Good deal.
I can't talk about that over the air.
Well, when we get closer, if it needs to be, that'll be. Oh, I love, particularly, no offense, I really love Austin Wright. He can go. He's a very accomplished young man. And Preston Adams is too, but I've got to know Austin more so.
So by then, the college football playoffs will be started. 49ers will be out of the playoffs. No,
Really?
I don't know. I'm going to have to start picking against them. That way they'll probably win.
So is this Tennessee and Vandy's last game? It usually is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the last regular season game.
So okay. And I'm not necessarily like you. I'd sort of like to see them go for the SEC championship. In order to be in the Final Four, you have to be a conference champion.
No, not the Final. You don't have a Final Four anymore. You have a 12-team playoff.
Well,
you don't have. You would be in the top 4 seed.
In the seeds. And actually,
do you want to play for the seed, or would you rather be a 7 or 8 seed
and let these guys
eliminate each other in playoff?
Yeah,
because you got to play that one extra game.
Yeah.
So if you have to play in the SEC, you got to play one extra game, which could cost you even being in the playoffs altogether.
And my understanding was the 5th place will probably be a conference winner too. Now, is Indiana out of it now? Since
they've only got 1 loss. It's not. I'm not sure how. But I think your battery's getting low because you just started buzzing. So it is about time for us to go. So if I can get my, okay, Rusty, you can stop that now. But anyways,
buzzing. So I thought I'd join.
Until next week, This is the voice Timothy Miner along with,
Wish me luck finding my phone, Rusty the Ref.
and we'll see you next time on the Tim and Rusty Show.